Am I the asshole for telling my mom she must have had no self-respect to marry my dad? Some context. My 16F high school has an annual fall dance. Not last year, for obvious reasons. But it's back on this year with COVID restrictions, of course, and it's been unseasonably warm this season, thanks global warming. So a lot of the dance will be taking place outside. Anyway, the boys are supposed to ask the girls, and yesterday at lunch, a boy asked me and I agreed to go with him. My dad has always been a traditional kind of guy when it comes to me and my younger sister, 14F. So last night at dinner, I mentioned that I had a date for the dance, and he made a crack about answering the door with his shotgun. The thing is, I'm pretty sure he would do it. I told him that if he was going to be like that, I'd just meet up with our friend group at school. He then got very serious and told me in an angry tone that he didn't want me sneaking around with some guy without his knowledge. He asked me what I even knew about this guy. He then said he didn't want me to turn into one of those slutty girls who give it all away to the first guy they meet and who no self-respecting man would ever want to marry. That's when I flipped a switch. I like to think I'm a pretty good kid. I get good grades, I play volleyball, I help my sister with her homework and help drive her to her soccer practice. I've never had a boyfriend. So being talked to like I was some love-struck idiot who was going to wind up pregnant because I'm choosing to go to a dance with a friend really annoyed me. Also, I know a bit about my dad's history. He was in a frat in college, and he's told stories to my cousin, 18M, who recently started college at a big state school where frat culture is a big thing. So I told him that, this guy is my friend and he seems nice, but if he turns out to be a dick I'll figure it out. I only agreed to go to a dance. The last time I checked, going to a dance was not a binding sexual contract. And here's where I may have crossed the line. I told him that I knew he was in a frat in college, and I know what goes on in those places. I also know the stories he's told my cousin. So in the heat of the moment, I said something along the lines of, "By your own logic, the only slut in the family is you." Then I looked at my mom and said, "You must have had no self-respect to have married him." By the looks on their faces, I could tell what I said was hurtful. And then of course, I got yelled at and probably won't be able to go to the dance at all. But I feel like it's unfair for him to give me a lecture about slutty behavior and self-worth when he's recently been bragging to my male cousin about doing much worse things when he was just a few years older than me. But maybe I crossed the line trying to prove my point. Am I the asshole? And #X200B. Update. Oh god oh fuck oh god oh fuck. I did it. I came out, and I did it out of spite. I picked a whole goddamn bouquet of whoopsie daisies. To be clear, I know I said in the comments that I wasn't sure if I was into guys, but that's kind of because I figured I should experiment with men out of obligation before deciding about my sexuality. But the more my dad talked about the whole pregnancy thing last night and the more I thought about it, I realized that it's just so far out of the realm of interest. And I've had crushes on girls, although it's hard to admit to myself. It's not super duper okay in my family. So I took the comment saying I need to apologize to my mom to heart. And I realized y'all were right, she didn't deserve that. I made her an omelet and a coffee and brought it to her in bed and sat down with her on the bed so we could talk about what happened. My dad was out of the house. I just explained to her that I said what I did last night out of anger, and that I was hurt that all these horrible accusations were being thrown at me when I feel like I've given them no reason to doubt my judgment. I apologized to her and told her how out of line it was for me to attack her when it wasn't her who I was angry at. And that I feel like my dad doesn't really see me as a valuable person because he believes that I'm not smart enough to take my own decisions seriously, and that if I did make a mistake, I wouldn't be worth anything to him or anyone. I cried, because it was hurtful. She understood and was starting to talk, but then my dad walked in. Keep in mind, I was still angry at him. And he walked into the whole scene and said something nasty. He saw I was crying and said, "Oh, hormones, looks like someone's pregnant already." The look on his face said it was a joke. But I hated it. My mind went into mean girl overdrive. Granted, what I did was not smart. But I was done. So I said, "Good news, I don't think me having sex with men and getting pregnant is something you'll ever have to worry about." He looked at me. I looked at him. He looked at me. I looked at him. It clicked. Now he's out for a drive and the whole house has been quiet. I'm kind of hiding in my room. Oops. And #X200B. Not the asshole. Everything you said to your dad is 100% accurate and frankly I would high-five my daughter if she said that. I completely understand why you brought your mother into it. She was allowing your father to slut-shame you and that is unacceptable. It sounds like your father is projecting from his past behaviors and your mother is conditioned to think those things are acceptable. Good on you for standing up for yourself. Not the asshole. Your father can kick rocks. What a nasty thing to say to someone. Good on you for standing up for yourself. Maybe apologize to your mom, however, she should have stood up for you. But your dad owes you an apology for being a misogynistic shot. Don't ever lose that fire within that made you stand up for yourself. You punched his misogyny right in the fucking mouth, you lil champ. Sorry if you end up missing that dance. Don't stop standing up for yourself against those kinds of comments. I would encourage my little sister do the same. But I'm a hothead, so your post gave me a justice boner. Not the asshole. You are 100% right about him and his double standards. Not the asshole. If you feel bad about what you said to your mom, apologize, but end of the day you were standing your ground, and in the heat of the moment that is a hell of a comeback to make. ETA. Now that I think about it, you did good standing up for yourself and calling out your mom for not batting for you. Don't let your parents get in your head calling you a slut, and if you do end up doing something with that boy or anyone for that matter, just make sure you're doing it for you and that you're happy. Hope you can convince your parents that they are being unreasonable and let you go to the dance. Not the asshole. Why? Well, dad had it coming and mom too for sitting there and not saying anything. Can I say you are the asshole but it's justified? Because what you said wasn't nice, but you called him out on the double standard. Good for you. I hope you still get to go to the dance, and I hope you have a wonderful time with your friend. You are the asshole to your mom. Your dad is. Not an asshole or asshat, but an entire asssuit. The shotgun thing is horrible and can be taken as a threat. He went way off the rails with the slut shaming and lecturing. Am I the asshole for blocking in an Uber delivery driver? Pretty much. I live in San Francisco and one of the busiest street, aka Fell Street in Hayes Valley, if anyone knows where that is. It has an uphill incline and I was returning from work, which means it's rush hour and the street is crowded with cars. I live in a house that has a driveway, and when I pulled in to park, to my surprise there was a car in the driveway. I had to park my car in the middle of a lane while people honked at me and started walking up to the car in my driveway. I started talking to the guy and told him he had to move out of the driveway because first of all it's my driveway and street parking is impossible on this street, and second of all it's my driveway. He pretty much said he's waiting for a person to pick up their meal and didn't want to find street parking. He also told me he has a delivery like 2nd Street over after and is going to leave his car here till he's done. At this point I was bewildered by his attitude and how he literally wouldn't leave. So I decided to just park in front of the driveway entrance and leave my car there. Then he started screaming at me to move my car because I was blocking his car, and I replied with, "You're gonna have to wait until I do errands or leave for work tomorrow." He started to call the police on me for blocking my own driveway. Lol. I know it's an asshole move, but I think it's pretty justified. Edit 1. I didn't think y'all wanted an update afterwards. But pretty much he called the cops on me, but this was around 5-6 p.m.-ish. And it was non-emergency call during traffic hour, so the guy was stuck in my driveway till like 8 p.m. The cops asked me to move my car and I replied with only if he get towed or a ticket, cause he really had the audacity to pull this shit. So then the cops talked to him and he ended up, I think, getting a ticket. And he was finally gone by like 9 p.m. So yes, he was stuck in my driveway for a good 4 hours. I hope he enjoyed the extra $900 I pay for this spot. That's literally the reason I got so mad. The Bay Area prices are insane and it's a large part of my check to park here. Edit 2. Since some people are worried about the fine cost. It's about $128 for the ticket. Yes, it's a lot of money. Could have been avoided if he listened to me, and also he literally called cops on himself. Also, as in Edit 1, I pay a lot more for that parking space. I have dealt with drivers in the past using my parking spot to drop off deliveries and they are usually polite and understanding. This man was on something, it was really just his attitude and audacity. Edit 3. OMG, thanks for rewards, my first ones. Love y'all, revolving hearts. Edit 4. A platinum, you shouldn't have. Too much kindness, nail polish, light skin tone 1. Edit 5. Damn, I just woke up and that's a lot of rewards, thank you. I'll answer some question though. So the mortgage on the house is about $36K, but it's split divided a number of people. Therefore the parking spot ratio isn't bad. Yes, this does confirm. I do pay a lot of X amount of money. But to preface, I am pretty young and I just landed a good job, so personally I could probably handle my finances better. I am still in college lol, so don't to heart I know everything in the world. This is my first, big boy job, and I love entering a pretty white-dominated neighborhood as a POC. Really opening up the space for convos lol. Not the asshole but YTA for not recording it. You've denied us the entertainment of watching some asshole fuming in your driveway because he was being a dick. Good on you though. Screw that guy. Edit. To stop the bot. Not the asshole. Didn't want to find street parking. Don't play by the rules, suffer the consequences. Not the asshole, but the dude knows where you live and park your car now. You might want to set up security cameras if you're able to in case a brick comes flying through your window. Not the asshole. He's too lazy to move? Suffer the consequences. Also, the people at Petty Revenge might enjoy this. Not the asshole as your actions were justified and I am here for this level of petty. Not the asshole. Must have been his first day in SF. How could he not have seen that coming? Not the asshole. I live on a street that has a super popular restaurant. No joke, there have been days that I've had to have 3 cars towed from completely blocking my driveway so they can just run in, which normally takes 30–45 minutes. I'm stunned by the attitude of some people who get angry that you won't let them inconvenience you so they don't have to be inconvenienced. Not the asshole. It's your driveway and you needed to use it. You let him know and not only did he refuse to move, he doubled down and said he'd leave his car there for a different delivery. Got what he deserved. Unless it's a SF thing. Not sure why he didn't just drop the food off, take a picture, send it to the person and get out of there. Am I the asshole for fighting with FMIL about a box of tampons? This is my first time posting so please be gentle with my lack of correct formatting. My 30F fiancé, 36M. And I bought a new house earlier this year and, because of COVID, we haven't invited anyone to the house other than my FMIL. We finally had my fiancé's cousin's family and aunt come over last night. My fiancé is a chef, so he cooked them all a delicious meal and we were having a good time. Later in the evening, before we were going to give them the house tour, my FMIL pulled me aside and told me that she took the liberty of hiding the box of tampons I had out in our upstairs bathroom. I asked her why she did that and she told me it was indecent because my cousin-in-law's husband might see it. I laughed and told her that he might be very familiar with menstrual products already due to being married to a woman and all, as well as growing up with only his mom and 2 sisters. She made a face and said that it just wasn't decent to subject men to our troubles. I was floored. I went upstairs, took the box from under the sink where she stashed it, and put it where I always had it, just above the toilet on some shelves with other toiletries. She followed me and asked what I was doing. I told her that I will not be told having a period is a shameful thing and that if men wanted to be with a woman, they need to grow up and deal with it because almost all women menstruate and use these types of products and that it was silly for women to continue and pretend that it doesn't exist. She kept going on telling me I was dirty and indecent, and I yelled that it wasn't like I was hanging my used products all over and rubbing it across the walls. I just reiterated that I won't be controlled and shamed in my own home. At that point, my fiancé heard us and came to see what was happening. After FMIL told him the issue, he rolled his eyes and told his mom almost exactly what I did and that if she felt uncomfortable about this, she could leave and how this isn't worth having a fight about. His mother was seething when she grabbed her things and left our house, making a scene as she left and putting a huge awkward damper on our gathering. Right after she left I felt really bad, knowing my fiancé worked so hard to try and make it a pleasant evening and I basically ruined it. I could have just taken into consideration how FMIL comes from old ways of thinking and how maybe I should have just ignored her comments because she thought she was helping. Now wonder if I should just apologize to FMIL about this. My fiancé is a very zen person and told me I have no reason to apologize other than trying to keep the peace between us and his mom, but he would support me either way. He told me he would talk to his mother in a day regardless to unpack what just happened. He's very into open communication because he never got that growing up. I wanted completely unbiased opinions before I do anything, so please friends, am I the asshole for making a big deal out of this? Should I just apologize? Not the asshole, but absent any particular trigger about this it might just have been easier to roll your eyes and let it go. That said, you're entirely in the right here. Info. Did you not think this was relevant to include? And #X200B. Here's where I think I'm the I gloated a bit about how my fiancé was on my side and told her how lucky the world was that she never had any other children to pass down these stupid, old-fashioned ideals to. something I regretted saying immediately right after because she looked very hurt. And I proceeded to kick her out of my home. I found out later on from my fiancé's aunt that FMIL had 3 miscarriages after my fiancé was born, which is why she reacted so strongly to my comment about not having any more kids. She also said that neither FMIL's husband, who passed away when my fiancé was 7, nor my fiancé knew about this and was asked to keep quiet about it as well. Everyone sucks here. If it hadn't been for the little comment shown in the summary bot, it would have been NTA. However, the gloating was 100% unnecessary, as was the comment about her thankfully never having more kids before kicking her out. You are the asshole. I see you left out of your post a critical piece of info you only showed in the summary bot. I gloated a bit about how my fiancé was on my side and told her how lucky the world was that she never had any other children to pass down these stupid old-fashioned ideas to. Would have been ESH otherwise, but leaving that out of the post isn't making a fair attempt to show both sides. She thought she was doing you a favor, and she told you what she did. You decided to get on a soapbox about it and your fiancé joined you to escalate this nothing topic to leave if you're uncomfortable. And that remark above is unnecessarily mean. Not the asshole. Your house, your rules. She can pretend she's a solid block inside on her own time. You are the asshole for editing your post. Where's the part where you gloated and told her that the world was lucky that she didn't have any more kids that passed down her crazy ideas to or whatever? I guess opposites attract because you say your fiancé is zen, but you, lady, are certainly not. Even if you hadn't edited your post, I would still say you are the asshole for escalating things so far. Not the asshole. I don't think you really needed to get that upset about it, but your FMIL kept on pushing your buttons until you exploded. Wow, way to bury the lead. You are the asshole. Am I the asshole for wanting my mother to not refer to my abusive ex as daughter on Facebook? My 24M mother, 52F, is still in touch with one of my abusive exes. I was engaged to that ex and she cheated on me and treated me pretty shitty throughout our entire relationship. After I found out that she had cheated on me, I basically broke up with her and told her I wanted nothing to do with her. That wasn't the end of it though. She then proceeded to contact my mother, whom she already had a great relationship with, and told her that she was pregnant with my child, which, spoiler alert, was not true. After I proceeded to demand proof that she was in fact pregnant with my baby, she continued to lie and told my mom that she miscarried. She never provided us with any documents from the hospital that would suggest that she was ever pregnant nor that she miscarried. After weeks of her insisting that she wasn't lying, she finally came clean and admitted that it was just a lie to convince me to stay with her and get married. Now fast forward years later, I'm now happily married to my wife, 22F, and couldn't be happier. She treats me like no one has ever treated me and I love her more than I could ever describe. However, my mom, still to this day, has a very public relationship with that ex on Facebook. They post about each other and call each other mommy and daughter. I've asked my mom numerous times to not publicly engage with her like that, because it has always made me incredibly uncomfortable considering what that ex has put me through. My wife is also incredibly uncomfortable with the whole mommy-daughter situation, since it's one of my exes that I was even engaged to and my mom seems to be way more interested in having a relationship with my ex than having a relationship with her actual dill. It's extremely hurtful towards my wife. The tricky part is, which makes me question if I'm the A. My ex's husband has recently passed away from an accident and they have a child together. I'm not asking my mother to not be supportive of her if she really wants to be considering the circumstances. Even though I'd prefer her to be in no contact with my ex, all I'm asking is to not do it publicly on Facebook. She even insinuated that she was going to invite my ex over for Christmas. I'm absolutely not okay with that and I would never force my wife to having to celebrate Christmas with an ex of mine. The whole situation has been going on for years. Long before my ex's husband passed, long before they even got married. My mom and my ex actually tried to manipulate me into getting back with my ex. I see a lot of people telling me to go no contact or low contact. And even though I agree, the problem is that I have siblings, particularly an older sister who would most definitely cut ties with me if I did that. She also has a son, my nephew, who I would lose all contact with. So I'm trying my hardest to avoid that. I probably should have mentioned this in the original post but I forgot, due to the whole stress my mom has caused. I'm already low contact with her and I told her that she cannot and will not be part of my life if she continues to treat my wife and I this way. Many more things have happened that I don't want to get into, because it would just be too long of a story. I just wasn't sure if I'm this specific situation I was being the A, because I have a few people in my family who are telling me that I am, so I wasn't sure. I've lived this my whole life and honestly sometimes it's hard to tell what's okay and what is not. Please be nice, I'm trying my best. So, am I the asshole for asking my mom to stop referring to my ex as a daughter? Not the asshole your mother wants a relationship with someone who abused you, cheated on you and lied to you. Honestly, if it was me, I would say fine, you enjoy that but you can't have me and my child in your life as well, so enjoy your daughter. Not the asshole. However, it sounds like she knows this causes you pain and continues anyway. Save yourself and your wife some heartache and just both of you block your mom. If she's upset about this, tell her why. I understand you have the right to be friends with whomever you want, but my wife and I do too. We chose not to subject ourselves to this constant, public disrespect. Or whatever your natural wording would be. Actions have consequences. Not the asshole. It sucks her husband died. Your mother should in no way be the person supporting her through it. When you have kids, will she refer to the ex's kid as their cousin? Will she refer to the ex as their aunt? How far will this weird delusion go? Tell your mother she has to make a choice. If she chooses the woman that abused her son over her own son, cut her out of your life. At least for a good long while. She's being toxic towards both you and your wife. Not the asshole. I'm sorry you and your wife have to deal with this and hope you get it sorted. Not the asshole. This is messed up on so many levels. I can't imagine my mother acting like this. I'm so sorry. Do not waste your Christmas being around your ex. Not the asshole. It's your mom who is the asshole in this case. As a mom you should be supporting your child. But currently she is making life harder for you by acting like your ex is her daughter. Not the asshole. Honestly consider going low or no contact with your mom. She's blatantly using this to get under your skin and that's just plain not okay. Not the asshole, but in all fairness your mom is an adult woman who can be friends with whomever in whatever capacity. But also as an adult, if your mom chooses to disregard your feelings then she has to be willing to accept the consequences if you decide to remove her from parts of your life, or you remove yourself from parts of hers. The easiest solution is to use that dreaded, unfriend button. Don't let Facebook get involved in your relationship.